By using two linked drop down list, we can display the category and subcategory by taking the data from a database. Now you can see we are taking vehicle here, then the matching vehicles are appearing here. We can change to any category here, and the second drop down list will pick up the subcategory from the matched list. Now we are taking the data from the database, and you can see that this cat ID is the value from taken from the option of the first drop down list. Now all the data is taken from the MySQL database. Now the biggest advantage here is the page is not refreshed or the page is not reloaded. They are static. These are like static pages. They are taking the data using jQuery. We will code this now. Visit this URL at the description and download the zip code available at the end of this tutorial. This using this zip code you can extract. Here is the zip file for this entire script. You can download it and use it. Inside the zip file you will get the SQL dump text file. You just open it, select all the dump code, copy, move to your MySQL database administrator or PHP myadmin, paste it here. You can use your MySQL workbench also, then run these queries. This will create your tables with category and subcategory. Now you come back to your editor and see there is a inside the zip there is a config file. Inside the config file, change your name of the database, user ID whatever you are using, password whatever you are using. So and the local host or your web host whatever you are using, change this four rows value part of the variables. We'll start with our dd.php file. You can see we have just used the basic template here. There is no PHP code in anything here, and you can see also we have put the form HTML part, and the select is drop down list is ready, but there is no data. So we have created one select list here for the category and one more select list here. It is for the subcategory, but we are not populated with any data, and we can submit the form here. Here we have connected to our Google CDN to connect it to jQuery library. We will write our jQuery code here, but before that the first drop down list will populate by using the PHP code. The first thing we will do inside our PHP code, or before that let us see what the output we are getting. Now with this code, this is the output what you will get. These two drop downs, nothing is there, in the second also nothing is there. So let us come back, we will start coding now. So first the PHP part, the first thing what we are doing is we are connecting to config.php file. This is our main database file. We will write this also, database connection. You can see in your downloaded file also all the comments are there. Now let us see what is, we will write the SQL part, the structured query language. Now this is what we will be using. So already we have installed the tables. Select star from category. Category is our table name. Now that is fine. Now our SQL, this SQL will use to retrieve the data. What we will do, we will go for each. Now we are using our DBO. DBO is what we are declared inside our config file. If you just open the config file, you can see here is the variable we are declared. So that we are using because we have connected it here. Okay, this DBO. Now we will be query. Now let us use the SQL as, let's use the variable row. Row is our variable which will retrieve us from the table. Okay, now let us first close this, otherwise we will miss this. Okay, we have closed this. Now inside this we will write, we will give a echo command, echo. Now we are printing out option value is equal to row. Now cat ID is our column with the ID value of the category. So we are setting as row cat ID. Now you will set the row Now we'll give the category. Category is our column name. Name, it's a string part. The cat ID will hold the number part. So we'll close this option. We'll close this. Now our PHP part should be ready with this. We are this is our drop down category list box, and these options we are adding inside. This is our closing tag for the drop down list box. Now if this part is okay, then we should able to see the options populated in our category drop down list. Let's see. We'll refresh this. Something wrong, echo. Okay, I should have for each. Oh sorry, here I have done a mistake. Okay, now let's see. Okay, now you can see all these options are taken from the MySQL database category table and populated here. So far subcategory is not populated. We will do that in our we will include the jQuery code here to populate this. We have populated the first drop down list with its options. Now let us come to the second drop down list. Now we will collect the cat value on selection of the any option of the first drop down list. This cat value of the first drop down list will send it to the backend script backend script dd.ck.php, and this script will get back the JSON string which we will be using for populating the second drop down list. Now in this case we are let us select the first drop down list is category. Category will this one change option we are using. So any option is changed, this part of the code will be triggered. Let us close it first. So yeah, so the code will be writing inside. Now first let us collect the cat value, cat ID. Cat ID is equal to, again our selector is category. Category is the selector dot. Now we will take val. Val is the value. So now our cat ID will store the value of the selected options cat ID. Fine. Now let us come here. Okay. Before sending the data to backend, what we will do? We will first empty the second drop down list. Second drop down, if any option is there, we will empty it, because new options we will get it from the. So let us see subcategory. Subcategory is our second drop down list. Empty. That's all. This will remove all the options of the second drop down list. Now let us go to sending. We will send the cat ID to backend script. So you will use the get method. Let us go back. Okay, get. Now our backend script is ddck.php. Fine. Now let us start this. Cat ID. Cat ID is our variable. This will sending to backend script. We'll get back a we'll use a function to collect the return data. Let us return data is our variable name where we will be storing it. Let's close this first. We will be closing it here, but this time we are getting, we'll write it, because we are getting a JSON string, we'll write it here, JSON. Fine. So this is the value we'll say we are sending, and we are getting a JSON string with the key value pairs. So there are multiple records, and that data will be stored in our return data. So now let us loop through all these records. So what we will do is we'll dot each. Now here our variable is return data dot data. Data is our array value what we will declare in our backend script. Now function, we will see the ddck.php, the code will again do that, so we can understand what it is, how it works. So key value we are keeping it here. Let us first close this, so we should not miss. Okay, now we will add the option. Now against each record we will add the option here. Now subcategory I have kept it here dot append. Now let us start. Option value is equal to string is closed. Now equal to plus value dot sub cat id. Subcat id we are getting from the backend script in JSON string plus. Now let us close this string, again open it, because now we will be using value dot subcategory. Subcategory is the name part of the subcategory. ID we have already used as option, so we are using. Now here again we will close this. This is the option HTML tag will close. Option, now function close bracket, fine. So this should work. Now this much is our JavaScript code. If you are seeing this, here it ends. We have a category change function here. Let's save this and refresh this part. Select fruits here, undefined y. Okay, what we did is subcategory ddck cat id. We have sent the cat id. Return data is return data function key value. Now subcategory append option value is equal to value subcat id plus value cat. Here subcategory you will write it. Let's save this, refresh. So let's see, yeah, we have got it. So all the fruits values. Now let us go to games. We'll get the games values as baseball. Okay, anytime we select anything, this part of the code, the hour up to this gets executed. This is the up to this. So this between the change function of the first drop down list will trigger this code. First line we are collecting the cat id or the id of the first drop down list which is selected, the option selected. Now you are with this code we are removing the previously selected option of second drop down list. Then we are sending this to backend script, the data of cat id. We'll see that code now. Cat id is going to backend script, and backend script we are getting the JSON string. That JSON string we are storing it at return data. Now return data dot data. This is the name of the array we are used in our backend script. Because this is a key value pair, we are breaking it and looping through each record and adding to as a option of the second drop down list here. We are appending it. That's all. Now we will go to the backend script, how it works. We will start our backend PHP code to generate the JSON string. This JSON string is generated from the data, taking the data from subcategory table. So let us first receive the cat id. We will get the get method we are using. So I am getting the cat id value here, storing it in a cat id variable. Now let us, okay, one more thing I am doing here, I am directly assigning cat id value to 2. We will see why we are doing it later. I am commented it also. So now next, because we are using cat id directly in our query string, so it is better we will check the value first in others to prevent injection attack, because this will check that the whatever cat id is there, it is numeric or not. We don't expect a string there. So what you will do, we will check it is numeric. Is numeric is a PHP function which checks the cat id. Cat id is, if it is not numeric value, then it will close, it will exit the program. So let us close this. Above will give a message as data error and exit. Fine. If it is numeric, then continue. Okay, then this our end of checking. We'll write the comment. This part you can remove it. Suppose you are receiving a string part from the get method, so you may have to remove this part, because in that time the parameter checking will take. Anyway, we will use the parameter checking, so that parameter checking you can retain and remove this part. So now let us first require we have seen config.php. this is the database connection. Let us write it down so you can easily database connection. Fine. Now let us come to writing our SQL, or this is the query we are writing. So we'll start, select sub category, then sub cat id from sub category, where now cat id is equal to, we are writing a parameter query here, cat id. So let us close this. Cat id is equal to cat id. Fine, SQL is over. Now let us see, we'll write a variable row is equal to variable dbo. This dbo we have declared it in our config.php file, so that dbo we are using it here. Dbo prepare. Now let us go SQL. Fine. Now row bind parameter. Now bind parameter is our we'll check the parameters now. Already we have one step checked, is our injection attack, because this part we are including, because tomorrow if suppose you want that string to be checked, so you cannot use a numeric check, you have to depend on the bind parameter. So we are retaining the bind parameter function here. Now let us put the cat id here, cat id. Now variable cat id pdo param. Now it's a integer, so int, we are giving 5 as the length. You can reduce it if you want. So fine. Now we'll execute it. Row execute. So we have executed. Now result will is the array we will be getting. So from the database, now our database execution is over. We will say fetch all. Now pdo fetch associate, because we want both the column name and its value, so you will be using fetch associate for that. Okay, fine. Now let us come to main is equal to array. Our let us give this data we have used in our front end script as while return data variable. Along with that we have used this is the data we are now assigning. You can give your own name, not a problem. So let us put it as put the result. Fine, close it. Okay, so now let us print the JSON string. There is PHP function is JSON encode. Now main. So that complete our code part. What you will do, we will independently check this script. So for that purpose, we will comment this line. Need not also, this will comment this line otherwise, and put this line. We are directly giving cat id is equal to 2, because we just want to check this backend independently without taking the data from the front end script. Now let us come to our browser. Here we will go there, ddck.php. Fine. There is a error in line 13. Cat id by, okay, here one more I have to give. Let me save it, refresh it. Null select subcategory, subcat id from subcategory, where cat id is equal to cat id. Fine. Now SQL executed cat id paramin 5. We are taking cat id value, result fetch all, fetch associate. Now oh sorry, here it is main is equal to array data result is, let's see, yeah, we got the string output. This JSON string is printed now. Now this JSON string, because we have given a fixed cat id, now with this line will remove it. This is usually this is good for testing purposes, and now this will receive the cat id value from our front end script that is already we have seen in our dd.php. Now let us I have removed this cat id is equal to 2. Now I have uncommented this line, so directly we will get the value from our whatever we select the drop down list. Let us see now. Let's refresh this one. Refreshed. Now let us say games. So we are getting cricket, football, baseball. This is the cat id which is getting passed, and we are getting the matching value. We can get the vehicle. Okay, fine. We have got all the vehicles here, bikes. So this is the code with the backend script.